Hey, welcome back to Kate and Friends, 9:03 a.m. We're normally starting way later than this, so we're on a heater this morning. I am joined by Danny Conrad. We got Mackenzie on the sticks, and we got people yelling outside the office. We believe it may be Rico. We're not 100% sure, but all the boys are buzzing. March Madness time. They're all here. A lot of testosterone, a lot of tea.
More importantly, it is the chug off, Kate.
Yes, today is the day of the chug off.
March Madness is just plotline B today. Can you guys hear me?
I can.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Jinx, now you can't fucking talk the rest of the episode. It's my show now.
All right, go to town.
All right, I'm good.
A lot of dudes in the building. A lot of a heavy musk in the gambling cave right now being formed. But it's fun to have everybody here, everybody buzzing. And it means a lot of good food comes through into the kitchen when they're all munching. They graze all day long. It's a treat for us non-sports people who just...
As a mother and a wife, do you hate March Madness? Is Pat always preoccupied?
Not a wife, just a hoe. Sorry. Clarification.
An ex-wife, excuse me.
Yes, that's right. I am. Yes. Do I enjoy March Madness? Is that what you're asking?
Or do you hate it because Pat's always glued to the TV? He's probably going out a little more. We got games during the week.
Actually, all the dads are going out this weekend. They are all meeting up. Is there games Friday evening?
Mm-hmm.
They're doing some Friday evening thing at the local pub.
Not St. Patrick's Day related, purely March Madness
That's
related.
What they're telling me.
Not the Madison Beer Concert.
Not the Madison Beer Concert. Which
saw that too.
Pat is a guest on macro dosing.
Yes.
That's out today, correct?
Yep.
My baby dad, and he was talking about the Ticketmaster ticket prices. And last night, very matter of factly, he's like, "Oh, I bought a Madison Beer ticket by accident," and I was like, "What?"
He was like, "You have to click through a lot."
You really do. He was like, "I was trying to look at the Ticketmaster
like, no,
fees
it's
and
for
blah, 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 blah,
research."
blah." And I was like, really? Okay.
A single ticket.
A single ticket to Madison Beer in July. $85 plus 12 something in fees. My goodness.
Insane.
Anyways, I don't know how you accidentally go all the way through. But I told him now, like, you have to go. Like, you have to be alone at the Madison Beer Concert as your punishment. But whatever. Check out today's macro dosing. Baby dad is on it. I drove into work yesterday morning. And he texted me. He's like, "Hello, where are you?" He had been waiting downstairs with his coat for me to drive him here. And I just got in the car and left without him.
Find your own way there.
Find your own way. Yeah, do Uber. Sorry. And we live like a mile down the road. Whatever. Anyway, hey, it's Thursday. It's almost St. Patrick's Day weekend. I'm debating. I believe Hannah Montoya is throwing a party.
That's right.
And even put up posters around the office inviting everyone. And I was like, I should go. I should make something fun and I should go.
I feel bad now. She did invite me, but I'm not going. I'm pulling like a Chicago sin. I'm going to New York for the weekend.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know how they do their St. Patrick's Day out there, but I think I've kind of outgrown the Chicago one anyways. Last year I went out for like a few hours, barely survived past 6 p.m., so not a complete tragedy.
No, I think you hit a point where being nut to butt with people just desperately trying to get a drink stops being fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's the old in me. But if you find the right spot, still a damn good time. Last year, one of the moms brought green Jello shots to the playground.
Ooh.
And we just had ourselves a little mini time. I got the slightest of buzzes, and then we went home. So
yeah, once you're over the age of 28, your best hope is a house party or like get to an Irish pub very early so you reserve a seat for at least a few hours.
Yeah.
Then hang on to dear life.
That's part of me wanted to do like a vlog where I start out the morning at Hannah's and then I see how far, like, do I still got that dog in me? Can I make it through a whole St. Patrick's Day to like, the goal would be about 7 p.m. And can I make it through a whole day partying? And then I was like, it's probably just not that cool and fun to be like, look at this mom of two getting fucked up all day. Like, I was like, yeah, no, I'm probably not going to do that. The zhuzh of that is gone. The humor of that is gone. But I do think I still got that dog in me, just so you know.
Bring the kids with.
That's all that matters. Yeah, bring the kids. Some people do. That's Irish.
Yeah.
Yes. When I lived in Woodlawn in the Bronx, like, the pub was full of kids all the time and nobody gave a fuck. Like, people are always complaining, like, there's kids at the brewery, blah, blah, blah. At the Irish pub, it's like, yeah, they're part of the family. They're here at the pub. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, like what? You can't just leave them home.
When I was a kid, my dad and our neighbor, Mr. D, would bring me and the neighborhood gals when we were kids to the Dougal Inn where they had a pinball machine. And they would just let us be while they had a little day drink.
Yeah, kids used to be like doing their homework at a solo
Nobody
table at the
gave
bar.
a shit. We'd be like playing darts with a biker.
Yep.
And they would look over and be like, "You guys need peanuts? No, you good? Okay. All right." So I don't know. But
Bring back kids at the bar.
I do believe a bunch of the little neighborhood kids are the Irish dance. So they have like the neighborhood church will clear out the parking lot and have a party in the parking lot kind of thing where the Irish dancers and blah, blah. So maybe we'll do that. That's about as crazy it's going to get. At least I won't be in New York like a loser. So I'm sure you'll have a good time.
The river will still be green by the time I get back.
Yeah, New York does it right. New York has a good time. Take Jackie to Woodlawn, the real Irish neighborhood that I lived in.
Okay.
Take her to the top of the Bronx for St. Patty's Day.
I heard that, and this could be, I could have been lied to, but that they mostly kind of celebrate the actual St. Patty's Day, and that the Saturday celebration didn't really start till a couple of years ago. They took after Chicago. They were like, well, let's celebrate on the weekend instead of having to
I'm
celebrate on the
honestly
weekday.
trying to remember, and I like can't even remember
How you celebrated.
Yeah,
Saturday
I
Day
don't
there.
remember in New York
Up for
really.
both.
I'm sure it was I'm sure it is like a bigger party day than normal, just not as big as
Yeah.
a deal as people take in Chicago.
Yes, I think so.
I don't know. Either way, livers are going to be struggling this week, and I'm excited for it. I've talked about this before, but my parents used to throw the biggest St. Patrick's Day party in our neighborhood growing up. Not in our neighborhood, like in our whole community. And it was like a big deal. They would clear out our entire garage. My dad would rent actual DJ equipment. He was a wedding DJ on weekends for extra cash anyway. So he had, and back
Wait, that's
then,
so fun.
it was like a van load of equipment to be a DJ. It was
Right.
like a lot of work. And so he would bring in all the DJ equipment with the big speakers on the sticks and like all the giant CD things to flip through and blah, blah, blah. And he would set it up the day before. And I remember me and my girlfriends rollerblading in the garage to My Heart Will Go On. We would like, he would DJ for us. So we would have our own little party the day before.
Jesus.
But the party was like rowdy. We would have to spend the night at the neighbor's house. Like no kids were allowed. My mom would make like 500 green Jell-O shots, ton of booze, blah, blah, blah. And somebody ran over our mailbox. Somebody broke a leg one year. Somebody like, it was like my dad and my neighbor, same guy who went to the Dougal Inn when we were kids with my dad, would rent bishops' costumes and come in halfway through dressed like St. Patrick. And like, it was like a notorious party. So I do feel like.
What kind of music are we bumping on St. Patrick's Day? Just Cotton Eye Joe and C'est La Vie on repeat?
I guess whatever was hot in the 90s. For
Dropkick Murphys.
Dropkick Murphys is a good, I don't know if that was big in the 90s, but I would like to host a big party someday. I will have to take that over.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, getting into the show today, I went down a rabbit hole this week. I'm probably going to skip the first part about what I did this weekend with my family.
Why?
But I will say this. I took my family on Saturday morning because we live somewhere super walkable, and it's nice to just get up and like, let's do breakfast. Let's walk to the coffee shop and then hit a playground and then hit some store. Like, it's nice to just like not get in the car and just have a nice morning. So we went to the library Saturday morning, and at the bottom of the receipt, I didn't realize this till I saw it, but they email you the receipt and they give you this little receipt. It tells you how much money you've saved since you've started. I have saved $1,075.48 renting books from the library, borrowing books from the library since somebody replied and was like, oh my God, I've never looked at this before. They had saved like $64,000.
Oh my
since
God.
they began. And I think that's very smart because books are like expensive.
You're checking out books this often?
Dude, every week we are, and this is only from this year, constantly. They just go through them like crazy. And it's a good time killer to just walk over to the library because they have like a kids play section. Most libraries have like a kids play section inside them and like an area where they can be kind of louder and rowdier and whatever.
Would you say you're a more active mother than most? Like, I feel like you're always taking your kids different places. You're at the beach, then you're at the library. Let's go out to breakfast.
But for me, it's for survival. It's actually helpful to, it's not like me being a good mom. It's me being like, I'm going to lose my mind. And our house is like 1,200 square feet with like the boys share a room. We have like about probably like a 200 square foot space for them to play in our house. And I think I would lose my mind if I took them to Indiana Dunes on Saturday afternoon.
This is what I mean. You
in
go,
like a
Monster
gale.
Jam.
It was like windy, raining. And I was like, we're going to the dunes. Like, we're getting out of the fucking house. But you make it an adventure for them. You're like, oh, it's like the pirates when they were out in the gale. And they like fucking loved it.
Do you make it an adventure for Pat as well?
Yeah, Pat.
I always see him getting
He's like,
dragged
I'll go
in the
if we
background.
can get the big arch. And we did. So we did get the big arch. But yeah, no, it's like I'm always taking them places because our house is so small. I'll lose my mind.
Still,
Love them
good on you.
That's
dearly.
still a good mom.
Yeah.
No matter what the circumstances.
I'd be
are.
rotting on the couch.
I was gonna say you're just still taking him places.
But
Every time I see Pat, I'm like, oh God, this guy's he just got dragged to the library. Now he's going to the beach on a cold day.
They're
He's
dead.
lucky because you know what happens? You think you'd be sitting on the couch. If you have children between the age of 1.5 and I'd say 5.5, do you know what happens if you sit on a couch and you're a dad who sits on a couch?
Jump on your balls.
You get a foot heel straight to your dick every 30 seconds at best. Sitting down as a dad is an invitation to get your ass beat. Genuinely, Pat cannot sit in our house.
It's productive though, because then that prevents him from having more kids that will
That's
just
true.
stomp on his balls.
He's gotten very good. You're asking about March Madness. He'll put the game on and he'll be able to watch the game and wrestle both kids without even looking at the kids. He's like
Doc Ock.
he's like Doc Ock. He's just like whatever. Face mush, face mush, face mush. And the kids, it looks aggressive. They're like boom, but the kids like love it. They think it's the best. Whatever. We're beating our kids so we can watch March Madness.
I would do
What's
like
going on.
the same thing to my dad growing up when I was very little, and then he eventually made a game out of it where I would basically play dead for like 5 minutes, his idea, and then when it was time, he would resurrect me, and then he would just like hold me in the air while watching TV, like woo.
Well, you guys played Jesus.
Is that what you call it?
He would put you in a cave of pillows and resurrect you after
Right.
3 days.
Ironically, as soon as the game was done, I resurrected
Yeah.
the Bears game.
Is this before or after the man would come and get you for
During.
Yeah, see? Yeah. No, you
If
get
I
really
resurrected too early, that man was coming.
good. Yeah, see? You got to find a way. But yeah, that's why I'm always getting them out of the house. But I just thought that was very smart by the public library to show me how much I'm saving, because now instead of buying books, I'm always like about to buy a couple on Amazon. I'm like, no, I need to add to that tab from the library and like really feel like I'm doing something good. Anyways,
It's completely free still.
the library?
I mean, I know you probably have to pay for a library card, but
No, you don't.
oh, what? But
No,
it's
and-
it's like such a
No,
such
you
a
don't.
hassle. Like you almost wish you could just pay if it was easier, right?
It's so easy. And if there's a book you want to read,
Trying to find loopholes.
like a hot New York Times bestseller you want to read, and it's not the library, they'll put in a request and like order it for you and get it for you. Like you can go to museums for free. You go to the library and they'll give you museum passes. So you can go to the museum for free. They have like so much awesome free shit at the library. You can run up to 30 books at a time and it's completely free and it's so easy and quick.
The free museum trips are always like Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like
No,
we're doing shit. We're working.
The library's just like a pass. You can just like go get one for any time you want.
I know. I'm saying when they
Yeah.
hand out like the free art
Oh,
museum
yes,
tours.
yes. They're like,
It's like 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. It's like can't
Yes.
make it.
I know, they make those a little difficult. But I guess I'm just out here collecting life tokens. Am I right, folks?
Time to renew the library card.
I saw this. You know me. If Mel Robbins has no haters, then I'm dead.
Oh, same.
I
Same.
hate there's like a million grifters who have no qualifications who are like pushing, like every year they pick a new sentence that's really impactful, like let them or whatever. And they like really push these ideas at you without taking into account like how nuanced people's lives are and blah, blah, blah. And they make a ton of money. And I hate these people. And I hate like this self-help like grift or whatever. But I did see an Instagram clip this weekend that was like, I wish I could find it. I was looking back through for it, but it was just scrolling on my algorithm. And this woman was like, you can view life, like the good and bad of life, like you're collecting tokens, whether they're physical items or like metaphorical experiences, memories, skills. But like the whole purpose of life is to collect tokens. And the more tokens you have, like the richer your life is. And you don't have to have money to collect tokens. You don't have to like memories and experiences, life milestones, physical collectibles. Like you finally save up and get this like skee ball machine you wanted. That's a fucking token. Or like things with super emotional value, developmental skills. Like I finally like my personal best or whatever. Like I finally hit this thing. That's a token. I climbed to the top of this mountain. That's a token. Like, but bad things can be tokens too. Like my grandparents died in a horrific car crash. Honey, that's a token. That's a token of a life experience not everybody has. But basically, I just really liked the idea that even bad things like add value to your life. Like that's an experience. And like looking at things like collecting little tokens, like make your life richer. So am I making sense? Like,
Yeah.
this woman, I was like trying to find the clip, but I really liked it, being able to look, because even the bad experiences, like the really notable bad things, like maybe your house got foreclosed on. Okay, that's a token, honey.
You learn.
But you learn, and it makes you be able to relate to other people on a much deeper level. It can make your connections with other people much deeper. You learn. I feel like failure is like the best way I've learned in my life, is like always through big fuck ups. It's like how I've made my better life turns is because I fucked up big in some way. Like, I don't know. I just liked the idea of.
Have you been open about your
Cancer as a token?
Yeah, appendicitis. Oh yeah, not a very relatable one, but a token nonetheless.
It's a token. Have you not gotten messages from people?
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. For sure. But have you been open about your hatred for self-help authors on this program? I know you've talked to me. You've talked to me on the side though.
I hate that shit. I was on the trip with my friends in Mexico, all my girlfriends, and I was like, "Don't you guys hate Mel Robbins?" They're like, it was like I had like slapped them each.
Oh
in
my
the face.
God.
They love her.
Oh.
I was like, oh shit, my bad,
Yikes.
my bad. But anyway, why?
Well, because you were telling me before, she's the one who has the let them theory or
Yes,
whatever.
Yeah.
And so now you're saying she's pivoting to something that contradicts the let them theory?
Yeah, she had a new thing come out that was like kind of this is what they do. Every couple years they like come out with a new phrase and they like make a whole thing around it.
She literally
and
had a
then
book called like Let Them. I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then, and like people do find deep meaning in it, and they'll find like, it's like when a psychic is telling you stuff and it's not exactly, but you can find, like, you're so desperate for help that you find ways to twist it to be like, that's exactly right. You're exactly right. Like, I feel like that's what they're really good at, but whatever. Just saying. Are you a Mel Robbins guy?
I'm not at all.
Okay.
But I support your hatred of her, even though I don't really know her that well.
She's
She's the blonde lady with the glasses, right?
the blonde lady
Okay.
with the glasses.
Okay.
I'm sure she's lovely.
I'll subscribe to whoever wrote the life tokens one instead.
Yes, please. Life token. For some reason, that really clicked with me. I enjoyed the idea of even good and bad. Like, you can tell yourself, well, I'm collecting a token on this one, and that's going to make my life richer in some weird way. I don't know. Or make my... I just feel like if you're not collecting tokens, your life is getting stagnant. Like, if you're doing the same shit every day and you're feeling empty and miserable, you need to, like, I went and unclogged the drain in my neighborhood yesterday because I
Saw that.
I loved that.
I like got, and I'm like, I'm collecting it. I've always wanted to do this. I feel like a weirdo because in the city, like everybody, like there's activity in the street, like everybody's coming to their window and looking out. Like we're just nosy like that. And I was like, my neighbors are going to look at me. I'm a weirdo with this hockey stick out here. I really enjoyed unclogging the drains in my neighborhood. Okay. That's a token unlocked for me. I'm going to keep doing that.
I just picture you, walking around with that big winter hat on, hockey stick in your hand. People are locking their doors, closing their windows.
Yeah, what the hell? And then yesterday I went to redo it because it got clogged again overnight. And my neighbor came over, the George Carlin guy I've been talking about, who I've been watching out my window for years now. I got his schedule down to a T. But he came over and I finally got to meet him. He was so nice. He's like, I'm going to start adding this drain to my rotation. I actually have a metal rake. You shouldn't use that hockey stick. I got you. And he was so nice. We exchanged names. I said, I live in this house right here. I always see out my window. I said, is that weird? I don't know. But
Too late now.
it's too late now. He said, so you guys got a new dog. Whoa. I shouldn't have said that maybe. But like, I don't know. I just feel like if your life is like, get out and do stuff. You'll meet people. You'll go out and try to collect a new token. Make that like a challenge for it doesn't have to be anything big or interesting. But anyway, I just really fucking loved that for some reason.
I'll try subscribing to that theory.
Try to subscribe. Go collect a token. Go to New York and get mugged this weekend. That's a token.
Get what? Mugged?
Mugged. That's a token. Defend Jackie in an alley with a karate chop or something.
Sorry, no alleys in New York. Otherwise,
that's right.
I
That's
would've.
right.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Anyway,
She's on her own.
she's on her own.
She's got to fight them all for herself.
I was thinking about collecting tokens. Like some people are obsessed with it. Like, why are mountain climbers always picking different peaks and marathon runners like running all these? And to them, that's like this achievement, this little thing. It's something. These are things nobody can take away from you. It's like this wealth of knowledge about yourself in your head that now like nobody can take from you. These little. I'm going to say token so many times in this token, but Danny wishes he was token. It's so painful. Anyways, I I guess that popped in my head because I started getting, I think it was because, did you see the women's half marathon in Atlanta? What happened the other week?
I must have missed that.
So this was the finals of the half marathon championships for the women. It took place in Atlanta. These 4 women were far and away in the lead, or 3 or 4 women far and away in the lead. And then I guess somewhere halfway through the marathon, at a point towards the end of the marathon, a driver accidentally like hit a cop with their car or something. Oh. And so everybody's focus was on that. Meanwhile, the runners are running. So they have to replace it. I think he ended up being okay, but had to replace him. But in the scuttle of it all, some cones got moved and some things got mixed up. And the pace bike or whatever, with like less than a mile left to go with these women in front, like say the finish line's over here, went this way instead. And the women followed him, of course, because they're like, even though I'm sure people were like, wait, what? This person must know where they're going, went the wrong way, and they lost. And this was to get into the world championships. So not only was it they lost the money, and then they lost their spots in the world championships for racing. It was like a big thing.
Who's they? All 3 of them?
I think 3 or 4 of them. And so then the woman who was in 5th won, and she's like, well, I don't want this feels terrible. I don't want this win. And the top 4 women still got the money, but like they don't get to go to the worlds now or whatever. It's like this whole big disaster.
I mean, they should make an exception for that.
Right? So that was like big debate thing going on. And then there was the one in LA where didn't it turn out that guy took the guy who came in second?
What the hell? What kind of screening are we doing?
He got like kind of went off track for a minute. And then at the very last second, that went viral because the American ended up beating him by like a second kind of thing. So marathons must have been heavy on my algo. Because then I got this post about this woman, Jasmine Paris, the first to ever finish this marathon that I had like never heard of before. I don't know if you can click the top link on the Jasmine Paris becoming the first female to finish the Barkley Marathons by 99 seconds in 2024. And I was like, what is the Barkley Marathons and why? Normally, like, yes, there is a time you have to finish a marathon by so they can open the roads again, but it's like 12 hours. It's like a 12-hour span.
And they're in the middle of a forest preserve.
But this, I'm like, by 99 seconds, like, what is this? I went down a rabbit hole on the Barkley Marathons. This was a marathon inspired by the man who killed Martin Luther King Jr.
What?
Inspired?
So this is what happened. The Barkley Marathons is an ultramarathon race held every year in Frozen Head State Park in Morgan County, Tennessee. It's described as the race that eats its young. It's super difficult, has a really difficult and weird application process, weird traditions, and it's only been completed 26 times by 20 runners since 1995. So most years, like the last 2 years, none of the runners who even started this race finished it at all.
What?
The course, which changes every single year within that same state park, consists of 5 loops of 20 miles of off-trail course. So they're just running through the woods. It's not marked at all for a total of 100 miles of harsh terrain. And I think the elevation over the whole thing is like over 60,000 feet by the end, by the ups and downs that they're doing. It's limited to a 60-hour period from the start of the first loop. So that woman, the first woman to ever finish it, made it with 99 seconds to spare. Like if she had stopped for a drink or had been just a little bit slower, like she would not have finished it.
Is she the first person or first woman?
Not first person, first woman.
Gotcha.
It usually takes place between mid-March and early April, though the actual start date is a closely held secret until the race begins. It's kind of like those giant surfing competitions where the surfers who are invited to it don't know until they get a phone call at like 2 o'clock in the morning that day. So all the racers who are accepted during that time span just always have their phones on waiting for the phone call. They have to be there within like 24 hours and then the race starts. So the Barkley course was the brainchild of Gary Lazarus Lake Cantrell and Carl Raw Dog Hen, who often hiked Frozen Head together. This is the part that I was like, what the fuck? The idea for the race was inspired by the 1977 escape of James Earl Ray, who was convicted for assassinating Martin Luther King Jr. from the nearby Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. Did you guys know the man who allegedly, because people, I was walking around yesterday, people are like, he's not the one who did it. I was like, what? That's new to me too. Apparently, I had no idea he escaped prison.
For how long? Neither did I.
He fucking escaped prison. I guess he only got about 8 miles into this park over the course of 54 hours. And so,
My God.
so Raw
You only
Dog,
got 8 miles?
he only made it 8 miles over 50. That's how difficult this terrain in
crap.
this park is. It's like incredibly, it's known for its super thick brush with like giant spikes and stuff. Like it's really difficult to get around in this park. Anyway, these two, the Lazarus Lake and Raw Dog guy, were at a bar nearby drinking, and they were like, he only made it 8 miles in 54 hours. I could make it 160.
Oh, that rocks.
That is how this marathon was born. Cantrell named the race for his longtime neighbor and running companion, Barry Barkley. So it's called the Barkley Marathon. The first race was run in 1986, and no one came close to finishing, which Cantrell, the Lazarus Lake guy, said, a rousing success all around. In 1995, basically they made it longer till it was like over 100 miles. And then they would change it every year. By 2013, nearly 800 runners had competed in the race, with only 12 people finishing. They kept changing it. In 2013, the application for the Barkley taunted that women were too soft to complete the race. In 2023, Jasmine Paris became the 4th woman to complete Loop 3 and start the 4th loop. And then, as you saw in that clip, she finally did finish it. A lot of women have come close, but she's the only one who's finished it. And yeah, with 99 seconds to spare. It's limited to 35 to 34 runners, largely because of restrictions by park officials. And it's just like, you have to be a complete lunatic to apply to it. Anything that makes it more mentally stressful for the runners is good. How to apply is even a closely guarded secret. So you have to know like a friend of a friend of a friend who can tell you. There's like no website you go to just apply for it. The fee, they must send an email to the correct address at the correct time, pay a $1.60 application fee. It must be, you have to answer bizarre questions like, what is the most important vegetable group? What will be the 119th element on the periodic table? Write the Gettysburg address in like a different language. Why should I be allowed to run the Barkley? And then after all this, only 40 are accepted. If they get accepted, like say you applied and you did get accepted, you would get a letter in the mail. It's a letter of condolence. And it tells them that they have a very bad thing waiting. And then they pick at least one sacrificial virgin or human sacrifice based on the essays. And that's what the one person he believes has no chance of finishing the race. He has always stated that this pick is always an accomplished runner, but he picks them because he like can feel it in his soul that they're, and which maybe sparks them to actually do well. First-time runners are known as virgins, and they have to bring a license plate from their state or county as part of the entrance fee, which is hung in the trees. Going up with all the other, there's this like area of trees where you can see the license plates of every previous runner kind of thing. And then they also have to bring a white shirt, socks, and a size 18 flannel shirt as a donation in case they don't finish. And they say these clothing donations happen to fit Cantrell perfectly. So you just bring him his clothes for the year.
Oh my God.
Basically, if you don't finish. And the race gets started when he lights a cigarette.
How official
So
is
everybody
this?
stands there. Yeah, this is it's like bucket list for ultramarathon runners. Like
This sounds like a cult.
it's
Yeah.
like a dream for them, like to be able to even compete in it and see how far they can get. And every time someone finishes it, he makes it more difficult that next year.
What?
So like if no one finishes it, he keeps it about the same difficulty level. So like the last 2 years have not gotten more difficult, but like if someone finishes it next year, he's going to make it even harder. So it just, the race over the years just keeps getting harder and harder and harder and harder. There's a great documentary about it, but there's different landmarks. Oh, so here's how this is probably so boring, but I went down such a rabbit hole. Before the race, a course map with printed directions is available. The runners have to study it and then, without having it, copy it onto their own maps.
No.
Prior to the race, they have to navigate on their own notes alone once the race begins. In 2006, a 75-year-old runner got lost for 32 hours just 2 miles into the race. Like, it's really complicated. And then the way they keep track of making sure people are actually following the course, competitors must find every year he hides between 9 to 15 books along the course. And they have to remove a page corresponding to the runner's race number as proof of completion. So if you finish it, but you don't have all the pages corresponding to your number from every single book, then he thinks you didn't get it done. So, and the books always have like dark themes, like Heart of Darkness, A Time to Die, Death Walks in the Woods. So
this is a lot for one token.
When a runner drops out, a bugler plays taps upon their return. And I think it's interesting. There's a documentary called The Barkley Marathons, The Race That Eats Its Young. That's really, really good. And I don't know. I love weird shit like this. I love that people can just like, you know what? I'm going to make the weirdest fucking. I saw this. He runs other races too. Like Big Dog's Backyard Ultra, where I guess participants run a 4.167 mile loop every hour. It's almost like how you take a shot of beer every minute during a
power
hour. Every hour. So like say you run it really quick, you get to rest the rest of that hour. But every hour you run a 4.167 mile loop. As long as you finish it within that hour, you are still in the race. But the racers keep going until there's only one racer left. So this could take days where every hour the little horn blows, they all start running. And I just think that's interesting too.
I do love how it was all inspired by a drunken conversation.
A drunken conversation.
That happens all the time.
Of men being like, yeah, I could do that.
We need more like simulations like that where a guy and his friend are arguing like, I bet I would have been able to swim off the Titanic or something.
It's like when they say they can land a plane.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I think I could land a plane. Well, I did see, like, this reminded me, another clip, because then marathons hit my algo. This group of young dudes, I don't know where they were, but I guess ultramarathons are very expensive to like train for and get into and blah, 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 blah. So they just in their town, they're like, we're going to host an ultramarathon in our neighborhood if anybody wants to come. And they came up with all these funny things, like the person in last place, there was this T-shirt that whoever was in last place had to wear, and it was getting sweatier and sweatier from each person. And it said something dumb on the front, and everybody had to bring your own like drinks and snacks for everybody for along the way, like donate to the table. And it was just like the local community showed up to see how far they could run in a weekend, and it was a hit. I love shit like that. And the entrance fee was like $1 or something like that. But
do girls ever sit at the bar and have debates like this that end up in like a competition or a standoff? Or, like are you ever like, Bonnie Blue did 100? I can do 101.
I can, in my 20s, if Gritty existed, I could see me being like, I'm going to hook up with Gritty girls. Put it on your thing. I'm going to find a way.
Yeah, it's more like fun and harmless.
Yeah, fun and harmless.
And things like you probably won't actually do.
Because like last week I was at a bar with some of my friends, and they met these older guys out who were on their softball team. And I walked into like he was probably like 50, 55, and another guy was like early 40s, and they were talking about who was faster. He's like, I always get to second base quicker than you, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, we're all gearing up to go in the alley so these old men could race. Nothing like that ever happens with girls.
No.
We're pretty content with ourselves.
Not physical activity.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would the activities even be.
In my rugby days, we would do shit like that. Who can, like, just sitting in roller chairs because the jail was across the street from our rugby house. Like, who could wheel over in your wheelie desk chair and like touch the jail? How many times could you do it before the cops started looking out the door? Kind of stuff. Like, we would do shit like that.
Prisoners weren't even catcalling guys.
Yeah. So I don't know, but. I feel like every now and then, I bet there's the right group of gals out there doing that kind of shit. But that's like why yesterday, Stephen Shea was like, I bet I could hit a baseball better blindfolded at 100 miles an hour than with my eyesight. And so today they rented a batting cage and he's going to go do that. It's like, what are we
right.
doing?
Great example.
But it's also fun, you know? This Cantrell guy who runs the Barkley Marathon, he also, the Big Dogs Ultra, but the Strolling Jim 40, this sent me down another rabbit hole, named after the first Tennessee walking horse to win best of his breed at the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. And it's just this marathon through somewhere in Tennessee. But have you guys ever heard of the Walking Horse Championships?
No, please do tell.
Guess what it is?
A walking race amongst horses. I'm going to just throw out that wild guess there.
So this just reminds me, like, the world, there's so much to it that we don't know, even right near us. I have never heard of this. The stadiums for these championships are packed. Like, people are into this shit. I just heard about it yesterday for the first time. It's who has the horse that can walk the coolest. And this packs stadiums. I have a link to show you what a walking horse. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. They put them in giant clod stomper boots and they just make them walk cool as fuck. And whoever's horse walks the coolest as fuck wins the walking horse championship. They've been doing this for like over 100 years. It's like a thing.
Do you have like a Clydesdale doing the stanky leg?
There it is.
No.
This is what they do. That's it. A woman won this for the first time the other year too. And ladies, I know we could have been winning this forever. I don't know why they weren't letting us walk these horses. That's it.
On my way to fuck your bitch.
Yep.
I would love to just have your algorithm for one day.
I had never heard of this shit before. High step and high walking. Anyways, and then he does now, the final one he does is the Big Dog's Backyard Satellite Championship. And it's that same every hour you have to run a certain amount, but it's international. And like dozens and dozens of countries from around the world, like via Zoom and via like volunteers who make sure everyone's not cheating and blah, blah, blah. But now it's international. So the whole world at some point during the year is trying to see who can just last the longest as they whatever. So I just think that's cool.
Wait, sorry, last the longest as they what?
Like every hour, who can, until you can't anymore, every hour, who can run 4 miles until you just can't anymore. Like, which country can do that the longest? And then finally, this guy, Gary, in 2018, he just walked from Rhode Island to Oregon. But he lives with his wife, Sandra, in Tennessee, and he just, like, does cool
He, like,
shit.
looks like this guy. I just found his Instagram from the license plate.
Yeah.
He volunteers at the Barkley Marathon every year, he says. And he went on a walk with,
Yep.
just went on a stroll. He seems like a guy that would be hosting all these events.
Yep. I love this guy. He just, like, he doesn't have any fancy, like, he's walking across the country in, like, jeans and tenny runners. Just nothing fancy, just doing it for the, and, like, Runner's World and all these magazines interviewed him that year. Like, why are you doing this? And he was like, I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of am. So
I feel like this is obviously a dying breed, but it's because of the fact that we're never bored anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we would do like the wildest stuff when we were younger just because we were bored.
That's a great point. Yeah, you're
People
right.
don't get
I
bored
wonder if
anymore.
that's dying out. Like, if
You don't get like desperate for entertainment anymore.
I think that's why. Remember those kids who went super viral a few months ago they were like building their own fort in the woods under this bridge in their town.
Yeah.
And I think people loved it because it's like, oh, good, people still do that kind of shit. People get bored and build forts in the woods because.
Yeah, we're at a point where parents will be relieved if they see like underage drinkers at a park. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
at least they're out.
Yeah, thank God. Anyway, marathon. The other thing I saw. So there's another marathon inspired by a prison break, the Art O'Neill Challenge in Ireland, inspired by these 3 dudes who escaped prison, who escaped the Brits in 1555 or something like that. And they
very
made
inspirational.
One of them died in the cold crossing but you like follow their prison break trek over the hills to like from one town to the other in the middle of the night with like bare warmth, blah, blah, blah. Like you kind of mimic what they did, which I think is kind of cool. There's a club for people who have run a marathon on every continent, including the North Pole. And I think the North Pole Marathon, to like run it all together, is like over $10,000 or something. Because they have to, you're on a ship that takes however long to get up there. The course, the ice moves like 30 miles a day or something like that. So like even setting up the course is crazy and dangerous. You have to have people with rifles because there's polar bears. It's like, that's usually the final one that people on every continent do. But there's a documentary about people who try to get a marathon on every continent. The North Pole one's like crazy. So you have to be like wealthy to do it. There's the mine run, which is done in a pitch black mine where the runners have to wear headlamps. It's so dark. If you turn the headlamp off, you couldn't see anything. And the volunteers sit in the dark throughout the cave.
No.
And you often don't know they're there until your headlamp like gets on their shoes. And sometimes you pass them without knowing it. You just hear a voice being like, good job, good job, good job.
Oh my
Maybe,
god.
the
maybe it's
dark.
better that we're not as bored anymore.
And
Yeah,
there's,
right?
there's multiple to
Just
this
go on
day
TikTok.
around the world, multiple man versus horse runs, long distance runs. And it starts, every single one that I looked up was like dudes sitting in bars being like, I think I could beat a horse running over 30 miles. And like they, to this day, international, the Detroit and Maine marathons cross into Canada, which is fun. No paperwork needed. But yeah, I just thought this was cool. This marathoner, this was a random, because of my algorithm too, She made butter in her vest on her last race. I don't know if you have that.
Butter in her vest.
Like, you know
What does
how
that
you're
even
running
mean?
and shaking? So she had a running vest and she just put 2 things of cream in her vest.
That's insane.
And at the end of the marathon, she's like, look, I made butter. This is my algorithm. I need to start reading books again or something. But
Wow.
there's just a whole world out there that I'm learning about that. Now, I ran a marathon or 2 in my day, Danny.
Have
So,
you?
yeah.
I was gonna say you seem like a marathoner.
Yeah. And you don't have to train. You can just, you really don't. Mackenzie ran one. I never hit I was like slow as fuck, but like truly most people can make it that distance
Literally anybody can
without
do it.
training. It
Seriously.
hurts.
Yeah, I would have been like so unwell the next day, but and
Yeah.
I still was, and I did the training.
Yeah.
What's the protocol on walking? Is it just like,
No, you can.
Yeah, you just walk.
but like everyone is still kind of making it look like they're running?
Nah.
No.
When I did the DC
no,
one,
it kind of depends.
towards the end, I was like literally walking. I remember walking over this bridge, just calling people, being like, so what's new with you? Because my brain was just like so bored and I needed a distraction. And I just was like speed walking. As long as you're ahead of the final vehicle, which is like slow as fuck,
Yeah.
you're good. And you can just start jogging. If you see it in the background, you can start going again.
Yeah, you don't want to be in first anyways. You can't trust the pace car anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
You can't even trust a pace car.
Nope.
I still can't believe that. Like, how
Yeah.
is?
That's insane.
Yep. And there was like a ton of people standing around watching it happen. Like,
I mean, he's
Crazy.
fired, right?
Yeah. I don't even know. It's probably like a volunteer job.
I know
Honestly.
they probably feel terrible.
Yeah.
We put we give volunteers too much responsibility sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Put a lot on them.
Another big one is scoreboard operators. Even if it's at like a high school game or college game, half the time it's like someone's dad or like a kid doing service hours. Next thing you know, you have like an old man, coaches, officials like arguing with these kids. Like, I don't know, I pushed the wrong button. Oh, but it resulted in them not making the playoffs. It's like,
Yeah,
it's kind of on us for just letting anyone do that job. Same with the pace car.
I know.
Got to vet these people.
You gotta vet these, and they're volunteers. It's like, make it a paid thing then if you wanna.
I'm
If
saying.
you want it to be perfect. I don't know, but anyway, that's marathons. That's Katie Marathons.
When's your next-
talking about that?
When you're gonna get your next token marathon
I
or
can't.
marathon token? Excuse me.
I didn't think I could run anymore until I did the milk mile here,
Yeah.
and I kind of jogged.
Hmm.
So I'm like, maybe
You could do it again.
maybe I could start jogging again, but
Just-
probably not
just
the best.
Patting the kids, just trailing behind you the whole time.
Yeah, just following me.
Pace car.
We're going to Monster Jam after this.
I do wonder if there's like ultra marathons for. I was trying to find it a while ago. I had read about. I'm making this up, but like, it's a hiking race from one side of Kentucky to the other, and there's a loose path you have to follow, and there are safe yards, people who volunteer to let the racers sleep in their yards and stuff at night. And it's like, I remember when I read it, I was like, bucket list. I absolutely want to. And like, people I think have died doing it. And like, all kinds of been hit by cars and like all kinds of crazy shit. But I was like, I want to do that. I think I could do that. So I have this like dummy, even though I can't run, I could just like keep going forever kind of thing in me, where I would go on like crazy hikes in my 20s that I definitely wasn't prepared for. And I would just like finish it. Yeah, you have that? You just,
Endurance.
yeah, like I have a dumb endurance for some reason.
Well,
I felt that like during the marathon. It's like, well,
You
what's
knew
the
you were gonna
worst that
finish
could
it,
happen?
right?
Like, just keep running.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, just
Yeah,
do
you
it.
just one foot in front of the other. You
Right.
just keep going.
that's why I asked about the protocol on walking, because I'm not.
Hmm.
I mean, I could walk 26 miles.
Yeah,
you
you
know.
could. As if you speed walked it, you'd be fine. You could do a marathon.
But then I wouldn't even like feel good about saying I did a marathon. I don't know. If you could walk, it's like when you frame it like that, not to downplay any marathoner's accomplishments, but I think for that reason, that is why you should make it look like you're running the whole time. Because if
Make
you
it look like you're giving
Yeah.
some kind of.
Mhm.
Well, the most embarrassing part is like when you are running and like a barefoot 90-year-old woman wearing like a
Yep.
like a tank for charity on her back, passes
making
you.
butter
Like,
next
what
to
the
you.
fuck? Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
making
what the hell?
butter. Yeah.
man, here I thought that the Tough Mudder was the top of the line, as high as you can get in the marathon world. No, it's the Barkley Marathon.
You ever done a Tough Mudder?
Hell no.
Either of you?
No.
Have you seen the ones where people pay and it's like you're low crawling and tasers are shocking you?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is paying for that? Why are you? But they're getting a token, a life token.
Yep.
Do you
Taser
see?
token.
Easier ways to get tased.
The taser token.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hurts.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
tell you that much. Anyway, it does.
Of
it
course
do
you
be
know.
hurting to get tased. Yes.
Have you really been tased?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
in the Army or?
No, in the military, pepper sprayed and tased, and it hurts. I'll tell you
As
that.
like protocol, like
Yeah.
you have
Like
to.
training?
Yeah. I guess which I think is really not necessary. They're like, you have to know what it feels like in order to use it on somebody else. Was the thinking.
Okay.
And after both, I
see
was like,
that.
yeah, no, I don't think I needed that.
No.
I don't think I'd be fast and loose with it either way. But
Yeah, the pepper spray is extreme.
it was terrible. I was the only woman in my MP class at the time. And so they made me go first so that the guys would be like, I think their thinking was like, if they see Kate do it, they'll be too ashamed to not do it. Because you get sprayed in the face from like 4 feet out. They're like, how many fingers am I holding up? And when you open your eyes, they're like, they get you.
No.
Yeah. And then you have to complete this course where you're running in a zigzag and you have to like practice all these police moves on people as you go. And then you have to pick up a baton and be like, no, but you have to like do this course. And people don't finish it. They just end up curling up on the ground and like rubbing their faces in the dirt, trying to make it stop kind of thing. So I think their thinking was if like the girl goes first and finishes it, like then the guys would be too embarrassed to not finish it, whatever. But I had snot literally because it gets your mucus glands from my nose. It was coming out of my nose and dragging on the ground, still attached to my nose as I was running.
Hot.
That's how much mucus came out of my body.
And you finished it?
Yeah, I finished it. And some of the guys didn't. And then afterwards, because it's oil-based, you can't just wash it off. And so they just make you walk in a circle on a basketball court in agony for like 4 hours.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, how long does it take to wear off?
a long time. And then it reactivates when you shower that night.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it was brutal.
So it didn't reactivate
Yeah,
for
Johnson's and Johnson's they gave us. Like, rub this on your... But anyway. And then the next morning when we went for a run and started sweating, it like kind of started tingling all over again. But it's not the worst thing in the world, but definitely not an enjoyable thing.
you. Did you ever get shot? Can I ask that?
No, I never got shot.
You didn't have to like wear a
Chaps did.
Teflon vest and,
Like
as part of
practice shooting
training?
each other. No. But we did have these on our M4. You could replace the barrel with one that could take, it was like a regular magazine with the regular looking rounds, but the rounds were tightly packed. It was like the equivalent of like super tightly packed colorful laundry detergent. And you would practice, like you'd go to a fake town that looked like an Afghan town, and you were either the good guys or the bad guys. And if you got shot by one, it would like crack your skin open and it hurt like a motherfucker. And one time I got caught, I was climbing over a wall and I just lit
Right
the
in the
fuck up
ass.
on the ass. But no, I've never actually been shot.
It's
That's a chap's thing. I don't want to take his thing.
it's so insane
Stolen
hearing Kate talk about loading magazines.
No,
and
but back in the day, my finger's still straight off the trigger. I believe it was Steve-O, or not? Was it Steve-O or who's the main Jackass guy?
Johnny Knoxville.
Did you see that the first thing he ever did that got on everybody's radar?
Oh, I did. He was on. Yeah, it was on Joe Rogan. Remind me though.
He went out to the California hills and like let his friend shoot him, for real, with a vest on.
Yeah.
And like actually get shot. And I feel like that was the first big thing. It was for like a skateboard magazine or something. And that was the first big thing that got him on everybody's radar. But he did actually like let his buddy just fucking shoot him with a gun.
Probably resulted from a bar argument.
Probably. Like, I bet you won't do this kind of thing. I think it was him or Steve-O.
No, yeah, I think it was Johnny.
Johnny
This says
Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville notably shot himself in the chest with a .38 caliber handgun while wearing a bulletproof vest.
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
Jackass stunt.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, because Steve-O's first stunt was putting the hook through his mouth.
Oh, God.
I don't know how I know that. And then I recently saw Johnny Knoxville was heartbroken because he was told he's no longer allowed to do any stunts involving bulls.
Oh,
The struggle.
Poor
that's
guy.
sad. Oh, yeah, he was crying about it.
Mm-hmm.
I still have I got sent in the mail the clip of, did I talk about this?
I don't think so.
Super nice producer on, what's the prank show that he did?
Oh,
Like punked?
Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Fuck.
Pranked or something like that? Is it just called Pranked?
I don't
It was like-
remember.
The
Citibee-
prank panel?
It was like prank panel. And it was like Johnny Knoxville, Gabby Citibee is
Yeah.
her name or something like that. And then
Eric Andre.
And it
Prank
was
spurts, they were called.
I have a TikTok somewhere deep in my TikToks where I cover this whole story, but Eric Andre's main producer for the Eric Andre show, who wrote like the ranch bit and the like all the top bits that this guy wrote. And so Eric Andre brought him over to be a producer on Prank Panel. And during one of the scenes, Johnny Knoxville has a taser, and I guess Eric Andre had pranked him a little bit, so Johnny Knoxville was like gonna get him back. So he goes after Eric Andre, who runs, goes behind the scenes and sees this producer who was just this innocent guy who was like there to be like just totally behind the scenes off camera, like help out with the show. Sees him, starts chasing him to tase the fuck out of him, and the guy ends up shattering his leg, like getting really fucking hurt. And so then like apparently Johnny Knoxville, who was like people behind the scenes, I got so deep into this because that producer,
I remember you telling me about this.
He messaged me because I was friends with, because I used to work at Comedy Central, so I was friends with one of his friends, and he was like, could you like amplify this story and like put it on the Barstool blog or something like that? And so I made a TikTok about it because it was fascinating. But Johnny Knoxville apparently was like actually like a huge dickhead psycho menace behind the scenes, allegedly. And like he sent me like crazy text messages and like all kinds of shit, like I know everybody's like, oh, Johnny Knoxville's this like sweet nice guy or whatever, but like seems like maybe not.
Anyway, he was blackmailing the guy, right? Johnny Knoxville was blackmailing the guy who shattered his leg
to not like to not seek help for it or whatever. And it was this whole big thing where they were trying to screw him out of like the care and stuff like that. It was like this whole crazy thing. And then he got, I'm not telling the story justice.
No, I remember you saying
I found your TikTok. It is like 10 minutes long. So
yeah, it's very long.
But yeah, it has like.
Oh yeah, it was really interesting. I'm forgetting the details right now because I have the memory of a goldfish.
Well, wasn't part of the reason why I was so fucked up was because since Johnny Knoxville pranked him, the guy shattered his knee. He was no longer able to work.
He couldn't. He had like young kids at home. There he is, Dan Curry. He's like the nicest guy ever.
And then after that, Johnny was also blackmailing him, threatening not to pursue further action. Yes. Otherwise, he would like ruin his reputation in the industry and he wouldn't get a job anywhere else either. Correct?
Yes. And like when Johnny Knoxville was coming at him with the taser, he was like, no, like when you're telling somebody no and they still do it anyway, and like you're on a professional set and all these people are like, well, what do you expect? Is Johnny Knoxville, if he came here and came at me with a taser and I was telling him no, like I wouldn't expect him, like,
right.
I would expect him to not fucking tase me kind of thing.
Because I'm not part of the show or whatever that's happening.
So then Dan Curry was like, hey, Eric Andre, like help me out here. And Eric Andre, I think not wanting to get in the bad graces of Johnny Knoxville, like just turned his back on him, on this guy who wrote all his best like jokes and best hits for the Eric Andre show, just like totally turned his back on him. And
being on the ground in pure pain and misery, then hearing Johnny Knoxville's laugh, like
no,
that would be the worst part.
Yeah. So anyway, that's like a long rambling story, but so I got in the mail, not from Dan Curry, but somebody else, I guess, who worked on the set, sent me this little, what do you call these little things that clip into your computer? I'm so old.
A USB?
A USB of the actual attack. I have the actual attack from behind the scenes. I have like the actual footage and I don't know what to do with it. Because I'm like, I don't want to get us sued. I don't want Dave to be like, you got us on Johnny Knoxville's bad side. Like, I don't want to like, I'm like a pussy.
You're waiting for the right
Dan
time.
Curry. I'm like waiting for the right time. But it's fascinating. But what got me on this topic? I don't know.
This might be grounds for an investigation.
Go check out that
your
TikTok,
pepper
though.
spray.
Oh yeah, the pepper
shot.
spray. Yeah, it's an interesting story, and it was like an interesting rabbit hole to go down. And I do feel like, not making an excuse for Johnny Knoxville, but I do feel like he's been hit in the head a bunch.
He's been through a lot.
He's been through a lot. So
self-warranted, but still.
But ultimately, I felt really bad for this Dan Curry guy who just seems like, just as a parent with young kids who also has been injured, it makes parenting so fucking hard. Mm-hmm. And for his work, going to production sites, having a fucked up leg now forever, like fucks with his life
Kinda
pretty
hard.
badly, and for them to like, and then for his friend Eric Andre to like cover it up and
They didn't even get it on camera either, right? It wasn't even
the actual
content.
attack.
Well, like they
Oh
didn't
no,
air
it
it.
wasn't. No, that's the thing. It wasn't for air. It was pure. From other people on the set reached out to me and they were like, it was pure. Johnny Knoxville like went evil mode and was like, somebody else wants to fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with like anything they love. Like it was like they said his eyes glazed over. Like he was like a crazy man. This is all alleged.
All legend.
I don't know the rules.
But we have the tape.
But I do have a thumb drive with the actual tape on it. And like I guess ABC and like I think even Jimmy Kimmel was like,
Yeah,
cool
that was
man or
part of your
something.
TikTok. Jimmy Kimmel like talked about it.
Yeah, and was like, but whatever.
Oh, so it's getting out there.
Was like pressuring him to no. Jimmy Kimmel like wanted him to shut the fuck up
Oh.
because he's with ABC. Like they all wanted Dan Curry to like shut the fuck up about it, and he's like, no, my leg is fucked. I deserve compensation. Whatever.
Right.
Anyway,
Don't these people see how
that's
it
the tea.
turns
Sorry, that was
out?
a long ramble.
No.
We'll never get to Eggs by Toya, my final segment, a 5-part series on Eggs by Toya. I guess it doesn't matter. I know you have to go do your commercial,
Mhm.
Mr. Superstar,
Mm-mm.
before you head off to New York.
Yeah.
For St. Patrick's
Guess
Day.
you're
Yep.
living large. Do you guys have any plans? I feel weird asking about it, but people do message me to get updates.
Oh, no, it's
on
not weird.
Fanny.
I think we are. She is like reserving a table for St. Patrick's Day, inviting some fellow coworkers and friends. I'll probably be in the office Friday, but yeah, nothing other than that. No, just spending some quality time in New York
Okay.
on St. Patrick's Day with my girlfriend.
We expect
Love.
some social posts.
Okay,
Like,
we're trying to be better at that. We're like, all right, we gotta.
Okay.
We're both in the content business. We gotta
We're a
make sure.
content couple.
Right.
Yeah, you're a
I'm
content
I'm a
couple.
terrible content.
You got a
couple
prank
creator.
her. You got a prank her. A bunch of sick
that's-
pranks. You got a taser.
It's hard. Yeah. Gotta break her knee.
Yeah, break her kneecap.
It's hard when you're both on social so much. We know the pranks already.
That's true.
I
Yeah,
gotta create my
that's
own
true.
prank.
You
Give me
gotta
give me
innovate.
prank ideas that you haven't seen on TikTok,
Okay.
and I'll pull them on Jackie.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And go
Well-
check out the apartment show, their new show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can you
looks good.
explain this to me once? So they rented an apartment in Chinatown,
All on Jackie's card under her name.
all on Jackie's card under her
No.
name,
Really?
Yeah.
and it's what $1,300 a month or something. It's like
No, I think it's like 2,600.
oh fuck, $2,600 a month, and they have to organically, without just drawing from their own paychecks, they have to organically do side hustles to pay for it. Correct?
The idea is like their views, their money from YouTube, socials, whatever, ads will ideally pay for the rent. So like the success of the podcast is dependent on if they're going to make their rent money or not, but they know it's going to take a while to start. So I think for the first few months they're like letting people rent out their apartment for certain things that they want. Like I'm sure Roan will be doing like some Roan.com shows from there eventually. So yeah, for the first couple months they have to get creative and like think of other ways to make money while utilizing the apartment.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to. It's already been fun to watch so far.
Yeah, I love the concept.
Yeah,
It's
me
yeah,
too.
it's a really cool concept.
Very
It
cool.
hasn't
a little
been done.
Mr. Beast-esque kind of.
very, yeah.
Yes.
But
And
in a fun way.
What's the
Mrs.
socials for
Beast.
it?
Mrs. Beast.
The apartment show, I think like there's some underscores in there,
Mhm.
the underscore apartment show. But yeah, check it out. We'll probably be visiting it this weekend as well.
Okay, the apartment show. Other things I'm thinking of, be sure to tune into the Yak today. It's a big Yak today.
Mm-hmm.
We have people flying in from Canada for it. I believe the national anthem singer is going to really wow you. We have a halftime show, which is Stephen Che getting hit with a baseball at 100 miles an hour.
Like an hour-long
With the
pregame show.
blindfold on. We have an hour-long pregame show. We have I brought a baseball outfit to wear because that's baseball, and we'll see if Dana Beers is a 7 series, but will he take the lead in ownership of the term "that's baseball" that's been used for decades before this anyway
Yeah.
by other people?
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see.
A lot on the
Big
line.
Yak.
Tune in.
A lot of this is like a Barkley Marathon. People were talking shit, weird
Mhm.
stuff, and then it escalated to this big crazy thing.
Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly.
Someone will probably get hurt at some point in some way.
and they were
so
drinking beers.
Tune
Mhm.
into that. Other than that, I'm hosting my first writer's room this morning at 11. If you
Ooh.
work here and you want to write jokes about sports,
Okay.
see how
It's
that
news to me.
goes. I want to start doing Wake Up Barstool again. I want to do like a stand-up instead of a roast.
Love.
And I want it to almost be like a who gets their jokes on that week kind of thing. Not like a competition, but like a, I don't know. I'll probably be the only one to show up.
No.
But if you're seeing this, feel bad and show up. Conference room at 11. I'll bring donut holes.
All right.
See you there.
I'm there for the donut holes.
Have fun in New York.
Thank you.
Mackenzie, safe St. Patrick's Day weekend. Have a good time. Everybody else, go get drunk. Yeah, have a good time. All right.